Hey everybody, Miss Sweetnitch here. Nice to see you. I am coming to you from my dining room, here to talk to you about cause and effect in Act 1, Scene 5 of the Diary of Anne Frank. So this is an important scene in the play for a number of reasons. Anne is passing out presents that she's made out of the goodness of her heart to her family members and to the Van Dans and Mr. Dussel. And then a very key thing happens at the end of Scene 5 that we're going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about the cause and the effect in this scene. So go ahead and get out a piece of paper. We're going to take some notes here on cause and effect in Act 1, Scene 5. Pause the video, grab some paper, and then rejoin us. So at the end of the scene, there's a big crash downstairs in the warehouse, and the Franks and the Van Dans have the suspicion that someone has broken in downstairs, that there's a thief in the warehouse, and they want to remain unseen. So as a result of there being this big noise in the warehouse, they motion to Peter to turn off the lights so that they can remain secretive. So the cause is that there's a crash downstairs in the warehouse. And then we would ask ourselves, well, what happens as a result of that cause? And our answer is that Peter stands on a chair to turn off the light, but he loses his balance. And so his chair and the iron lampshade, very heavy, crash to the floor, making a whole bunch of noise themselves. So what happens as a result of that? This chain is going to continue. So as a result of this big noise being made upstairs, what happens? Let's think about that. What happens as a result of this big noise being made up in the attic of the warehouse? Well, the effect of that big noise in the attic of the warehouse is that the thief runs away. But now that thief knows that there are people upstairs in the warehouse, that he was not alone when he broke into that warehouse. And that's important because that is the big secret that the Franks and Van Dans and Mr. Dussel are trying to keep their whereabouts. And so the chain continues one more time here. As a result of this big noise happening in the attic and the thief hearing it and running away, but knowing that there are people upstairs in the warehouse, now the group fears that the thief will tell someone and that they will be caught. So this kind of fear and dread overtakes them during what was a joyous and happy Hanukkah celebration. Now they're filled with dread at this idea that the thief will turn them in somehow. And they're not 100% sure how that would happen. But one of the characters suggests that if the thief is arrested at some point, that he could trade information about the warehouse for his freedom. So what we have here is a cause and effect chain, you guys. One thing, a crash downstairs in the warehouse, one event sets in motion a whole other chain of events. So go ahead and write this flow chart down in your notes. Go ahead and take a picture of your notes, and you can email it to me at 88.csweetnitch@nhaschools.com, or you can, maybe there's a way through Google Classroom that you can send it to me. You can experiment with that, or just send me a message saying that you've completed your task. I'll present it one more time so that you can see it nice and big. Or you can hit the pause button. You have the technology. All right, I hope you guys are well. Keep reading Diary of Anne Frank, keep completing the comprehension questions, and message me if there's anything I can do. All right, take care, you guys. Bye.